offensively, you talked about the flow was there and good. How do you maybe build on that over these last couple of games?
We talked about wanting to, play with pace and be shot ready. When you come off a game where you're 3 for 17 for 3 Iowa State as a coach, all I could think about is we got to be open and shot ready and not hesitate. And I knew we had to do some things like that. I thought I want to keep building on it. I want to play with pace and space. I thought we had great spacing, but we were shot ready. We were down and ready. And I just was pouring into those guys about the confidence, and we're going to continue to do that.
Was that the difference in the two games, Iowa State and the Houston game, that your team was more shot ready against Houston?
Yeah, I think we were. I thought we executed better.
Okay.
I thought we really executed, and I thought we played with the space. I really thought Los and Javion, who have the ball in their hands so much of the time, I think they were 12 assists, 1 turnover. That makes such a difference right there. Javion was making simple plays. He had one where he hit a gap, drew a two-way help, and kicked it right away to Latre. Those are simple but super effective plays rather than dribbling too long. I thought we were just tight with our game, tight with our spacing, and then we were shot ready. And that's big. That's big, and the confidence of it. And we were talking about, I think you see me one time, I think someone missed a couple shots, like Javion missed a 3. I think Tega missed a 3, and I was clapping. Like, hey, you got to keep stepping in and taking them. We knew we couldn't beat Iowa State making only 3 threes. So I'm not going to, at this point in the season, go off on them missing in threes. We got to step in with confidence and make those things. But I thought we were really tight with our handles, our passes, and our execution.
The portal has changed. Senior day, like your seniors aren't people that have been around here a while, but reflecting back on it, how happy are you with the seniors that you brought in?
Yeah, with the new era of the portal, what you do want is get guys that fit you and that believe in what you're doing. And, Waldo, Mox, and Latre have come in and been nothing but believing in everything we're doing. They haven't been about themselves, and that's what's so good about them enjoying playing for Oklahoma. They came in, they really enjoy this place, and they really enjoyed this team, and it's been about the team, and that's what in this portal thing of coming in 1 year. We also do honor our, this will be the last year of having a COVID senior, where they have the option to come back. And we recognize that no matter what, because you just don't want anything to happen. So we're for sure going to introduce Sam, and he's another one that came in the portal, and have him walk. And, we'll have discussed everything after the season. He's got another option to come back, but we've done that every year here, with Mo and everything. You've given him that option to walk because they got a COVID. So, but this is the last year of COVID seniors.
Cincinnati is really every team has a hook, right? They're huge.
They are huge, and they can really block shots and guard. They've been one of the best defensive teams in the country in our conference. They're really physical. They're guards, and it's again, we just played physical guards in Houston and Iowa State, and it's another one. Day Thomas and Jizzle James, those two guys. Newman's probably one of the best on-ball defenders in the country, but in our league. So they got some high-level defenders with that, and then they got one of the best shot blockers in the back, a 7-1 shot blocker. So defensively, they really cause problems defensively because of the pieces they have, and they're really well coached, and they play really hard defensively.
Porter, going back to Waldo for a minute, I know he's been one of your most consistent guys throughout Big 12 play, but just how pleased have you been with how that's kind of translated to the starting lineup for him these last couple of games?
Here's the thing that I'll for Waldo, and what I'll remember from Waldo, and I hope our relationship lasts the rest of our lives, is he went through struggle. He went through struggle. He was down. He was frustrated with, he was starting at Oregon and coming down, and at one point he just let it go, and just became this ultra positive thing. And I hope he carries that lesson the rest of his life. And it's a lesson for everybody in your life. Just to sometimes just let it go and focus on what you can do. And he just started focusing on being positive. and all of a sudden his game went like this. All of a sudden his value, he started thinking about winning. And he's like, man, this is my last year. And it's just been awesome to see him do that. And he's literally been our most consistent player for, I don't know, a long time. And definitely been one of our more energetic, passionate players. Man, he's just really been valuable to us. And I still think he's not 100%. I mean, he won't even give me the satisfaction or dissatisfaction to let him say that, because he's like, what do you mean? But I know he's going to get better and better as to make this stretch run and healthy.
Cincinnati's also a top 20 rebounding team.
Yeah.
Sam and Jalen combined for 17 rebounds on Saturday. How important is that for them to attack the boards?
So we made such an emphasis against Houston. It's got to be our standard, not our ceiling, for what we did in a lot of areas. It's got to be our standard. We really boxed out to held them to 6 offensive rebounds, and I think they got 3 on one of the possessions. I watched that possession like 5 times. But but Cincinnati is elite. They're elite. You can't play volleyball with Aziz. He's 7 foot with a 7'5" wingspan. You got to get in. We got to block out. We got to get in their legs. We got to go out to in. Guards got to rebound down. They're very, very good. I think Lukosius. I know you guys are always looking for stories, but does that name ring a bell to anybody in here? Butler. He hit 3 big ones late in the game against Butler. So he can really shoot. He's made 12 of his last 24 threes. The last 4 games, Lukosius is coming on a heater. So they do a lot of good stuff for him. He's always shot ready. He's long. He's got his shot up here. He's very, very good.
No, you're hopeful to maybe get John back by the postseason. Is that still on the table, possibly for him?
That's our goal. That's what we're looking for. He's progressing nicely, doing everything the doctors and Seth, our trainer, he's doing everything they ask, and every day he gets a little better. So, he's not going to play tomorrow, but we will see.
Getting to 20 wins, that significant number still in college basketball, make you feel a lot more comfortable about the resume?
Yes and no. I mean,
Yeah.
I grew up in an era where the 20-win mark,
Sure.
it was huge. And, I remember our Creighton teams. We were the first team to win 20 games 3 years in a row in the history of Creighton basketball, and it was such a big number. So, yes and no. I mean, 20 wins, with the schedules now and how good our league is. And so, yes, and I think that but it hasn't been a focus until you just asked me that
Yeah.
question. It's been, trying to stack wins, get better and stack wins. But, pondering on the question and reminiscing on the question, yeah, that's always been something. I just don't know if it's been something as much this year as it was before.